Hello everyone, it's Mandy Ross with Gwen's Foxiness and Chalk Couture independent designer. And I just want to get on here real quick and welcome you guys to Chalk Couture, and I really appreciate you joining. And I'm going to give you some tips on your paste, your transfers, and the different surfaces. I'm going to do short little videos for each one so you can kind of wrap your head around it just a little bit. But I wanted to make sure you guys kind of understood how to utilize your new loved products. I know you're going to love them. And how to kind of take care of them and get the best use out of them, okay? So we are going to use this little Club Couture. Obviously you see that I've already used it. We're going to use it some more just to kind of show you some examples of our products. So when you get your Club Couture, it will come in actually a package like this in the mail, okay? And you'll want to keep this little guy. And it has, guys, if you ever think can't remember how to do things, it has instructions on the back here for you guys to go over. And then it has the backer sheets, okay? And remember, I'll go more over the transfer later. Today, this episode's just about the paste. So I'm just going to take one of these little guys on our chalkboard and just kind of show you how it goes on and how to use your paste and all that good stuff. So this is a you'll also get 3 paste singles. Sorry about that, and there'll be different colors depending on what the transfer is, and this is exclusive for that month. For this month or whatever, so no one else can get it unless they're a club member, and once the month is over, it's gone forever, okay? So what you want to do with your paste packet is you want to kind of squeeze it and kind of get it activated, I guess, and then you're just going to pull out basically just what you need for your project. And I'm kind of seeing I don't have my squeegee. So let me get this going. Okay, so guys, and if you don't have a squeegee or whatever, just use like a credit card or a gift card or whatever. But see, you can see that these have the colors on them, and the color names on them. So I want you to open it up from the opposite end. I want you to keep your colors intact, so whatever way that is on your package, because once you get done, I want you to be able to fold it down and be able to see your package, okay? So let's get to opening this up, and basically, yes, I'm going to show you. The paste goes on wet and dries hard, okay? And I'm going to kind of show you how that works out in this process. So basically what you want to do is just kind of get out just what you need, okay, for your project, and just put it on your transfer. You put it off in a bowl if you want, and that will help as well. And if you find that your paste is really dry, you can also put some, obviously put just a tiny bit of water in there, and that will help kind of smooth it on. But once you have out what you need, you're just going to fold it down, okay? And you're going to put some tape on it. Doesn't have to be just any tape that will keep it down, okay? And then you can see what color it is, okay? And I always just throw it in a Ziploc bag, and that way you can reuse your paste, whatever paste you have left over for another project, okay? So when you're doing your project, it goes on wet and it dries hard, okay? And I'm going to take just a minute to let this dry, and I'm going to show you put any extras you have, put it back in your deal, okay? So I'm just going to take this off, and I'll go over the cleaning and care and all that stuff in the next video, okay? So once this dries, it's going to be wet right now, so you don't want to touch it. And isn't that cute? It's so clean and crisp. I'll explain that in the next video. Once this dries, and you can use your hair dryer if you're in a hurry and you want to dry it a little bit faster. But once it dries, it's going to be hard, okay? And that's the secret sauce. I don't know how it happens. It's kind of like a mix between old school chalk that the teachers used to use on the chalkboards and chalk paint. So if it was old school chalk, it would smear as soon as you got on there, and your projects would be ruined, right? Well, that's kind of what our founder was doing. She was actually creating chalkboards, and she'd work all night on all these chalkboards for her customers, and then our kids would get up the next morning and start touching them. So she knew she had to find something that would stay but not be permanent. So if we use chalk paint, it would be permanent, and you wouldn't be able to reuse your surfaces. So she came up with chalk paste, which let me see if I can. It's still a little wet. I'm gonna dry it real quick. And guys, it really does not take that much time to dry. Okay, so this chalk paste now is dry, and your kids, your grandkids, your husband, they can all put all their fingerprints all of it, and you can dust it, and you can wipe your hands on it. It's not going anywhere, okay? To get it off, so you can start on a new surface, you can just use some water. I'm just going to spread some water on there. A Lysol wipe. You can clean it. This is what I normally do, especially on my bigger projects. I take it to the sink and I wet it, and then you're just going to take your fingers. This is kind of my therapy. See how it's kind of already coming up? Just kind of go around. We also have what we call a scraper, which on your bigger projects, obviously this was not going to save me a whole lot of time, but on your bigger projects, you can just kind of scrape off the design, and that helps. And then I would just take like a paper towel and clean up the majority of the mess. And then take your Lysol wipe and kind of do the last cleanup type deal. So let that dry, and it will be ready for your next design, okay? So these are reusable, and I'll talk about that in our next video. So all our paste is water soluble, okay? So if you get it on anything, just get some water and wipe it up, okay? So don't have a freak out on me, okay? Okay, once you start ordering the containers, now these are 3-ounce jars, and they will last you forever. I've had this one probably almost 6 months, and I've used it on a lot of projects, and I probably still have about half of it still left. It's still pretty big. Okay, to take care of your containers, I wanted to go over this. Before you get done with your projects, just kind of, I don't know if you can see, but kind of scrape off. And when you're doing it on a regular basis, like you should be, it's not gonna be hard. It's gonna still be wet. So just kind of get it all down in there, where it's wet, right? And this is just gonna help you store your paste so it comes back kind of like fresh. Once you get that done, you want to take and wipe off the edges here, and that way the paste doesn't dry and allow air into the packet or into your jar, and that creates creates a better seal basically, and kind of keeps your paste fresher. So when you store it, you might want to just put just a little spritz of water in there to kind of help keep it fresh. Now, if you ever come to and you have dried paste, just put, like I did, just put a little bit of water in there at a time and stir it up until it gets to be kind of like a yogurt-like consistency. okay? If you ever get it too wet, okay, you just want to let it air out. So just leave the lid off for like a half a day, and then come back and kind of see what it's like. Let's see, this one, it's pretty, you just want to kind of have a yogurt-like consistency and have it kind of drop off the spoon there like that, okay? So that's kind of the desired outcome you're coming with. And as you're going along, learning about the product, you'll figure out kind of the consistency of it. You want to always store your chalk in like a room temperature, not too cold or not extremely cold, not extremely hot, just kind of room temperature. And I think that is it, guys. I'm just checking my notes and make sure that I kind of went over everything. You can use the paste on obviously our chalkboards. Non-Chalk Couture surfaces would be chalkboards, wood, metal, glass. You know, I say when you're first starting out on a surface, if you didn't buy your starter kit, get you like an 8.5 by 11 picture frame, and you can actually chalk on the glass and then put like a piece of scrap paper on the back of it, and I'll show you that during the surfaces. But just remember, if it's a non-Chalk Couture surface and you're not sure if it will remove, just test it out, okay? Don't do a whole project on it and hope. I always say kind of put some on the back of it and kind of where you won't see it. Leave it there a couple days if it's something really important to you, and then come back and see if it wipes off, okay? So I always kind of caution to of keeping the paste, testing the paste before you put on something really important, basically. I think that's it, girls. So, but guys, if you have questions, please make sure you send me a message and let me know how I can help you. And hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you.